don't think that Arsenal will come out and say they can beat Bayern 5-1. They're coming for revenge. They should forget about it.
Okay, fourth edition right here. Kiss is my name as usual. We always have Uche here in the studio, and this is the Champions League review for the week. Okay, so Uche, hi. Uche, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
So let's dive in. So we're looking at the reviews for the Champions League this forthcoming week. So first of all, we have Arsenal and Bayern Munich. What's your take? What do you envisage in that match?
Well, Bayern second on the log. Nobody's expecting that. Way below what would expect. Leverkusen has taken over. Whether we like it or not, Xabi Alonso is doing extremely well, and his boys are firing from all cylinders from the Boniface. But if you look at it, Bayern cannot still be swept aside. In as much as the elephant is on the tree. Well, they know how to win, and in as much as they are disappointing this season, we can't take anything for granted. Remember, 14 years ago, they were the ones that actually stunned. Okay, they didn't shock Arsenal. It was expected that they were going to beat Arsenal, but we weren't expecting the goal margin to be 10. So it's like when you beat someone 5-1 and you beat the person 5-1 again at home, like you're doing a reverse fixture and you're replicating what you started. So, but the Arsenal that they met 14 years ago is a different kind of Arsenal. That's the good thing about football. You have to evolve. You have to get better. 14 years ago, it wasn't Mikel Arteta. 14 years ago, it wasn't even an Unai Emery. So it is a Mikel Arteta today. And Arsenal has evolved. They have been consistent, but they haven't won the EPL yet. We totally understand that. Experts in the FA Cup, but maybe not experts in winning anything in Europe. But I know that their consistency over time is beginning to pay off. They have good players like Saliba, Bukayo Saka, Odegaard, Trossard, you name them. Kai Havertz is bringing it to the party week in, week out, except for someone like Thomas Partey, which you barely find him. You don't find him in the party when you are coming to play against maybe a Mancity. But every other player brings it to the party, and Mikel Arteta is getting the best out of these young ones. Maybe some people say he didn't finish his apprenticeship with Pep Guardiola. That's why Pep Guardiola keeps getting the best out of him. But this season, he has shown us that even the baby coach knows how to beat his master. He beat Pep Guardiola. He has taken 4 points away from Mancity this season, and he has won one and drawn one. So I don't think that Bayern should take Arsenal for granted. The same way Arsenal shouldn't take Bayern for granted. Arsenal are on top of the table. They are very comfortable. The elephant is there. But every time, I think that the only problem people have with Arsenal is finishing. You start off well. You're doing well at the middle of the season. Then it's like you just balloon it. Like with three matches, you might just end up seeing draws, and people now start wondering what kind of club is this. So we just hope that that's not what is going to happen this season. You know, winning stuff comes with a whole lot of maturity and a whole lot of vision. Some people say, "Oh, Pep is the reason why Pep wins things is because he has players that are already made." Not really so. I think it has to do with mentality.
Yes.
I think it has to do with mentality, because even when Manchester United was buying the entire world, they were not able to make it. It's about mentality, and if the mentality is right and the players are hungry, if you see a Pep Guardiola and he's coming for you as a player to buy you, you would want to give him your best. You wouldn't want to slack off. So that's the reason why he has a winning mentality. That's the difference between what you can see Pochettino doing. Yes, what Pochettino is doing and what others are doing, because Pochettino is not a serial winner. He actually won his first silverware with PSG, where you have a Kylian Mbappe. So it's like I'm gifting you the trophy, not because you know what you're doing exactly. So that's one thing about Arteta. I
But
think
his
that
time, his
Arteta
time
knows
at Tottenham, he did quite well. Yes, he did not win.
he only was churning out players that the world was buying. And he wasn't winning anything. He went to a Champions League finals and bottled it. So for Arsenal, getting back to Arsenal, for Arsenal, they need to go all out. They need to be compact. I know that they don't want to see maybe a hurricane, but unfortunately, he might be playing on Tuesday. So outside the hurricane, I think that Arsenal can still beat Bayern at the Emirates if
They,
they put their minds to it and work
they,
very hard.
they should be used to hurricane. Arsenal hurricane is
Yeah,
not
well,
there.
they should be used to hurricane, but you can't be used to hurricane, but you're not used to a Musiala. You're not used to a Thomas Muller. You're not used to a Serge Gnabry. So it's a whole lot.
It's more than
If that's the problem, if you concentrate on a hurricane, you might end up losing out on finding out players that are going to give you the problem.
yes.
You have a Kimmich who actually plays fine football and scores good goals. So you cannot underestimate any Bayern player thinking that they don't look like Harry Kane.
So
So that's where
right now, looking at their stats and their league form, do you think it's something that is going to count? Because Bayern lost their match against Hendehem, and it was a sour loss because I guess they went 2-0 up, and these guys equalized and won Bayern Munich. And comparing them with Arsenal right now, they won the Brighton their last match 3-0, I guess, and they are at the top of the league. So with their
well,
league performance,
Arsenal will be banking on the fact that Arsenal will be banking on the fact that they are at the Emirates, and it's a good one to start off at the Emirates. Yes, there is no away goal advantage at any time. If even if Bayern scores, there is no away advantage when it comes to goal. Arsenal has played 10 consecutive games that they have won nine and only drawn one. And the only draw that they got in that 10 games was against Manchester City. Every other one was a clean sweep for them. So they are far above Bayern in terms of play, in terms of their last 10 plays. In domestic in any competition, so we give it to Arsenal. Arsenal has an edge, but you know what it is. They have to get that emphatic win
mm,
at the Emirates, going to the
for me,
Allianz Arena.
for
Yes,
me,
you might
for
say
me,
you
I
might
think,
think that.
yeah, for me, I think Arsenal for me looks like I don't know, they're a very good side, but there's this assurance that comes with we are going to win the game. I don't think Arsenal
Mm.
fans have that assurance. Yes, Chelsea and the rest are not in the league right now. They are not even in
Mm.
the contest. But when Chelsea was Chelsea, you could say Chelsea is going into this match and you're feeling like Chelsea will put up a winning performance. So for us,
Because
I feel
this
like
is this is Arsenal's first time coming back into the Champions League. I totally
mm,
understand their fears. I totally understand their fears. And the last set of people that they played in the Champions League was Bayern Munich 14 years ago. So I totally understand their fear going into the game. But if Arsenal can get an emphatic win at the Emirates, I think that they might just go to the Allianz Arena and shock Bayern. That is if they don't bottle it at the Allianz Arena, because we know that the Allianz Arena, they might want to do what Mancity did. Mancity actually did beat Bayern at the Allianz Arena. So
mm,
they might want to do that as well. But do you have the depth squad like Mancity? The answer
no,
is no.
no.
Do you have the maturity of the squad Mancity has, and the kind of vision they see when they play?
Yeah.
They
And the
have a
flair,
vision
the
and the
ease.
flair. They have won the Champions League. They have won the EPL on a back-to-back basis. In fact, they have done everything. So, do you have that flair? It might not be there, but I still want to give Arsenal the benefit of that. But it's just that the problem is sometimes their fans shout faster than they even play. So, it
Which
gives us a vibe of let's be
okay,
coming down.
Uche, that's good enough for Bayern and Arsenal. Let's move on. We have another cracker.
I
Madrid
think that's the biggest on Tuesday.
Man City. That's it. the biggest. That's the one I want to watch with a cup of juice and and chill. So Madrid, Man City. What do you think?
Well, I don't think that Real Madrid will want to fall into what they fell into last season against Man City. 2 seasons ago, they were the ones commanding. Talking about Real Madrid, they were the ones commanding Europe. They actually did beat three. They actually did beat three English clubs to go to pick up the cup. Now they know how to play English clubs. Man City, they know how to play. You bring Chelsea, you bring Liverpool. Don't need to bring Man U because they will beat Man U like thief. So, but if you now look at it now, it's a different it's a different kind of players. It's no more the Karim Benzema. It's now the Joe Bellingham. It's not the Brahim. It's not the Rodrigo. The same kind, the Rodrigo and the Vinicius Junior that were there. The Federico Valverde's, the Otrameni. That then it was, you know how it is.
Of Cruz there coordinating things from.
Yes, they have the Tony Cruz who has actually tweeted that it's going to be mad next season when you now add a Kylian Mbappe, finish everybody, and the new guy that coming up too as well. So you look at Carlo Ancelotti now, and he will tell you that he's already a runaway champion in the La Liga. Then you see a Man City that is struggling to actually struggling that they are not at the pole position to win the EPL now since Arsenal is on top. They are struggling to see how they can bring down Arsenal and Liverpool. You will know that Real Madrid are in for it, and they have been resting. Real Madrid did not play this weekend. They didn't play this weekend. They are going to play next weekend. So Pep Guardiola has been complaining that Real Madrid has enough rest. So so anything that happens in the game, it's not going to be his fault or his players' fault because Real Madrid has an advantage over them.
Of defending is
yeah, so it's going to be a tough one. It's not a 50-50. It is not a 50-50 game. Real Madrid still has the upper hand. They have been playing fine football. You give it to them. Scoring goals. They might not be the high scoring side, but they get the job done. Jude Bellingham is on fire. Rodrigo scores fabulous. He scores good goals, fantastic goals. Vinicius Junior, his work rate is 200%. While others are still struggling to catch up with 100. So at the middle of the pass.
Did you see why you are praising Real Madrid? Did you see Man City against Crystal Palace? Did you see that man in the middle, De Bruyne?
Okay, can I finish and get to them? Let me finish and get to them. So when you look at the middle of the park, it's an Otrameni, Toni Kroos, Valverde, Luka Modric, and if possible, maybe you can just get the young lad in. His name skips my memory, but you know that Ancelotti seems ready. And I don't know why he tells the players to give in their best every year. Then you move to Manchester City, where Pep Guardiola has used the winning mentality to envelope their side. I think that one of the reasons why they are not on top of the table is that at some point Pep Guardiola overthinks things. Yes. The reason why he bottled the Champions League final against Chelsea was he was overthinking it. He could have won the Champions League finals effortlessly, but he's always overthinking it. Now, allow the players to flow. Now, even when Kevin De Bruyne was injured, players were still playing well. They were still bringing it to the party. It's just like when somebody was comparing. Somebody was comparing a Phil Foden to a Jack Grealish. I'm like, why are you behaving like this? A Phil Foden is. He's not up to 23, but he has won everything that you can think of. So this is someone that has vision. Just like when you have a Gabriel Jesus going to Arsenal and a Zinchenko going to Arsenal, when he was borrowing them players, that are serial winners. So Arsenal could actually understand what it means to win something. So now you have those kind of players. What are you going to do with them? I know that the pressure of being in the EPL and being on the third position is going to come in. This is where Pep doesn't have to overthink it. It's supposed to be a cracker. Now the midfield is the Kevin De Bruyne's. The Rodri is going to come in and everything. They don't even look like they were missing an Ika Gundogan. They don't look like they're missing an Ika Gundogan. So you have the players at the back. You still have the players up front. You have the players on the bench. You have options. So this is where you put in players that are going to play fine football and enjoy themselves and not play under pressure. And not play under pressure. Because even the Arsenal game, at some point, he didn't overthink it. It's just that maybe in that Arsenal game, he underthought it because he thought he was going to beat Arsenal fair and square. Then they not gave him a Gabriel Magalhaes and they not gave him a Saliba. And Kevin De Bruyne was asking, please, where is the likes of all those backroom staff before that used to play rubbish? All those defenders that used to play rubbish.
If we are supposed to make an excuse for Pep, I would say he's overthinking of matches. I guess that's what makes him Pep, right? That's why he has,
but you know that,
he has dynamically
but you know that
transformed football all over the world.
Yes.
The only problem I think Pep has is it's when it's at a critical match, because he feels like he doesn't want the opponent to know his pattern, to foretell what he's going to do. So he loves tweaking it, and he kind of
Let me give you an example of what Pep could actually do. Last season, there was no overthinking. Pep just allowed his players to play to your satisfaction. Do what you want to do, just flow. Now there was no overthinking. Now Pep is the kind of manager that overthinks things because you think that you know. Have you ever seen a Carlo Ancelotti overthink things?
No.
A Carlo Ancelotti has won. He's the only manager that has won. The league in 4 different leagues. So, have you ever seen him overthink things? At some point, he doesn't even think. He's his son, David, and that's the boy that does the whole magic. David is the one that is thinking the thing he's thinking. So it's like you have people that believe you. I saw when they won the Champions League 2 seasons ago, it was easy. It was David that comes and says, I think he says, Papa, we need to change 1 or 2 people. And the man will just nod his head. And the next thing you see a substitution. And before you say Jack, even if they are losing, they come back into the game and they win it. So now have you asked yourself why a Carlo Ancelotti is still calm in the face of storm? He's always eating his chewing gum. Now this is where Pep comes in. You can actually not be overthinking it, because I know there was a time he had a problem with Kevin De Bruyne, taking him out of a game, and Kevin De Bruyne was mad. He was visibly mad at Pep. Why would you do that? I was having a time of my life and you do that. So it's for Pep to. It's not a 50-50 game. Real Madrid looks better than a Mancity this season. It's still, for me, same way Arsenal's game with Bayern is a 60-40 for me. The same way a Real Madrid game is 60-40 for me.
Keep your prediction. Don't worry, I'll ask your prediction.
No, I'm not giving a prediction. I just said the percentage of play. I did not.
Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on quickly. So the match on matches on Wednesday. Let's start with the one that we can easily miss if we don't have the time to watch it. Atletico Dortmund. Are there expectations? Are there anything? Are there uproars?
Unless Diego Simeone is actually struggling. He's actually behind Girona. He's 4th on the table.
I don't know how he got here, to be fair. How did Dortmund get to this
5th
Champions League?
Well, we don't know how they got. Maybe they got there through Jadon Sancho and Marco Ruiz and Adeyinka and the rest of them, and Matt Hummels. Guess that's how they got there. But and Atletico Madrid, if you look at an Atletico Madrid, they are defensive side. They score. They are very defensive. You now want to see the beast in Atletico Madrid red card 1 player. And you see them enter their beast mode. But everyone has understood that an Atletico Madrid is beatable. That's why they need to be careful against a Dortmund. A Dortmund plays a free flowing kind of football, attacking. They'll keep hounding you till I keep attacking. They'll keep doing the pressing. They'll mount the pressure till they get what they want. And Atletico Madrid is for them to actually withstand the pressure. Why I'm actually afraid for Atletico Madrid is that even small teams now can even beat Atletico Madrid if they are not careful. So it's like everybody is knowing what your Achilles heel is, and they are working tirelessly to get you out of the way. I know that I know Alvaro Morata, and Anton Griezmann, then the little boys that are coming in, the Koreas of this
They
world,
still play good.
they
They still
want
play
to.
good football, though. To be fair to them, they
Yeah,
still
they still play good football, but they can be complacent sometimes. That's why I'm afraid for them. They might just look at Dortmund like, oh, it's just a Dortmund, and Dortmund will shock them at the Wanda Metropolitano. It is your home, so you it is your fortress. So I know that they play good, fine football at Wanda, but at the end of the day, if you lose at Wanda, it doesn't really make any sense. I
Mm.
know that I still say that the away goal rule does not apply, but you have to actually get past this round. And Dortmund on their own end is, yes, they are fifth on the log, but they do not look like they want to slow down when it comes to the Champions League. They look like they want to go far.
Mm.
They
Yeah,
look like they want to go
the
far.
place where they are right now can be categorized as far, anyways. But
Yes,
we wish them luck.
the quarterfinal, the quarterfinal with the competition that is on the Champions League is good enough. It's good enough. Everybody has the big names. In this place, when you look at all the teams, they have the big names.
Yes, yes, yes. So let's move on. Let's move on, Uche, to the cracker for Wednesday. The hit match for Wednesday. We have
Mm.
PSG Barcelona. First of all, for me, Barcelona, where are they right now in the world of football? I hope it's not just the name. You know, the tag they carry. They say if you want to kill a dog or something, give him a big name. Uh, I don't know if Barcelona currently under Xavi are they living up to Barcelona that we know, the days of Ronaldinho, the days of Puyol, and the days of Messi. And then meeting a PSG side now, still anchored by Mbappe, at least not until the end of the season. What do they have a chance against PSG?
Yeah, they do. They do have a chance against PSG. They have a Robert Lewandowski. They have a Rafinha that plays fine football. His
Mm.
work rate is good. Xavi coming into Barcelona and meeting Barcelona where it was, Barcelona was bankrupt. They were almost finished. And Xavi came and it was as if he was reviving Barcelona. As I'm talking to you, there are talks that Xavi might actually stay back because the Barcelona board, they are begging him to stay back. He has actually done quite well for them. So I think that Barcelona has what it takes to match them player for player, and they have this new young feisty kind of players now that they got from their youth team that are
Mm.
actually playing for the Spanish team. They are
Thing.
playing for the Spanish national team.
Oh.
So they are looking into knowing that Barcelona has one of the best youth teams in the world after Ajax. I don't
Yes.
know what's wrong with Ajax now. So, but you know that they are trying to groom people to take over. They might not be spending too much. They might not be spending on big names, but they are getting the result. They're second on the log. Yes, we know that Real Madrid are runaway champions, but they have really tried their best this season. Girona was actually second, while they were fourth at some point, third or fourth at some point, and they had to just go back and stay true to themselves. We might not win, but we're still better than Girona. Girona cannot get a better. What is Girona?
So,
Because
so,
they
so,
pumped him.
so if PSG were to win, let's assume if PSG were to win Barcelona, who will hurt? Who do you think in that PSG team can hurt Barcelona?
It's not more than a Kylian. It's not more than a Kylian. When you look at the PSG team, they are runaway champions in the Ligue 1. They are doing well. They are. Kylian tries as much as possible to give his own contribution because he will be leaving for Real Madrid and he doesn't want to slack off. And if they win the Champions League now, it will be a plus. I bet you. I might think he might start renegotiating his pay per week if they actually win the Champions League. So the thing is, the both teams are good for it. PSG. The reason why you cannot compare the PSG league, I'm talking about the Ligue 1, to the Spanish La Liga, is the La Liga is more competitive than the league on. So it's still not saying that, not taking it away from PSG. They have done a fine job of restoring their glory, but it is still a Barcelona. I don't think that a PSG will just come and topple a Barcelona just like that. After all, we know when Newcastle stunned a PSG. So I think it's just the two teams are going to want to slug it out and see how it goes. Dembele in PSG is not doing anything. It's just a refined. They just package him. Barcelona packaged him and told them that he was good enough, and they bought him. And the boy is just there.
No, but Uche, to be
It
fair,
just matter.
to
It
be
just
fair
matter
to
occupying
them,
space.
Uche, to be fair to them, did you watch their match against Marcel? And to even bring another thing I just hope there's no rift between the coach
And
Mbappe, because
no,
he has been substituting Mbappe. Like this recent match, he took him off in 60-something minutes, and it's been happening. He's been getting subbed.
okay, no, it's not. I don't think it's.
If they are planning is
No, I don't think it's that. I don't think he has a problem with Enrique. I think Enrique is just trying to save him from getting injured. You cannot sell an injured player to Real Madrid. That's what Hazard's problem was. He was getting injured. He got injured after getting back. They said his weight was a problem. You know, in Chelsea you can be fat like Raheem Sterling and be moving up and down, but in Real Madrid you have to be fit, up and running. So it was a lot of problems for a Hazard. So I think that they are trying to save Kylian from getting injured. It's not because if you are winning a game by 3 goals already, the best bet is to substitute a Kylian Mbappe if he has done his job. Because if he's injured, I don't think that Florentino Perez will find it funny with you. They might not tell us the terms of the contract in buying him, but that might be one of the conditions. Do not give us an injured player.
And
or a player
they're also resting him against the Champions
and they're also trying to rest him to get enough strength for their Champions League quest, because Champions League is top on the table or top on the list of PSG's ambition this season, getting it, because they know with a Kylian they can get it. But if he leaves, who is going to be the anchor man? Who's going to be the point man that is going to say, wow, I'm carrying it on my head to make sure that we win this?
Okay. I guess we've gotten the good sides, and we've tried to see how the matches can span out in our heads. Of course, football is dynamic; anything can happen.
Yeah.
But then, what are your predictions? Starting from Arsenal versus Bayern.
I think Arsenal versus Bayern 2-0
in favor of
Arsenal.
Okay.
No, don't worry. Arsenal cannot beat Bayern 5-1.
Don't worry. Leg, you will not score 1 goal.
Maybe if he scores 1, maybe just say 2-1. But I don't think that Arsenal will come out and say they can beat Bayern 5-1. They're coming for revenge. They should forget about it.
Yes, Ginabrio, that guy. Okay.
Okay, so I just want to go with Arsenal 2-1.
Okay.
I just want to have faith in Arsenal. But I know that
Arsenal one you are giving Bayern Munich now, I'm comfortable, because if you see those
Arsenal cannot disappoint people. But let me just keep faith with them. 2-1.
Okay. Madrid, Mancity.
2-1.
2-1. Madrid.
Yes, Madrid to win.
Oh wow! Is it because it's in the Bernabeu, or are you saying?
Apart from being in the Bernabeu, Madrid doesn't really know where your home is. That's this season. They don't care where your home is. Whether it's in Santiago Bernabeu, whether you're going at the Elland Road, they don't really care. And besides, Madrid is my family team, so we're going for Madrid. So.
All right, Atletico Dortmund.
Atletico Dortmund. It's I'll give it a draw. Go. Yeah.
Okay. PSG, Barcelona.
A draw. Go.
Wow. Okay. We'll see how.
No, because I know that the days when PSG can beat Barcelona 8-1. It's not on aggregate. No, it doesn't work like that.
No. But then your predictions are fair, and I see no wrong actually in them. Aside the one you wanted to give Arsenal 2-0 against Bayern, I was like, Mapanga.
Two on,
but
two
but
on,
that
two
but
on.
that is a nice one here from all of us here at Campus. Uche would convene again after the Champions League to do a
Yeah,
review of the matches. Okay, so
yeah.
all right, guys. Thank you very much for staying tuned here at Sport Edition. Hope to see you guys after the Champions League matches. This is a goodbye from all of us. Bye.
Harriet